Welcome back. Perhaps the single most historic landmark in East Bakersfield is the Union Pacific train station, built more than 130 years ago and still in use as a communications center today. However, the railroad has indicated to city officials that the station's usefulness has just about come to an end. What does that mean for this important piece of local history? 17's Robert Price has been looking into it, and he has a few answers in tonight's installment of his ongoing series, Where We Live.
I'm here at the Union Pacific Railroad Station here on Baker Street, a historic structure that a lot of people probably just take for granted. You have to wonder how people in this city where we live would feel about it if they knew what, according to city officials, the Union Pacific Railroad had planned for it. The railroad plans to demolish the building, which dates back to the late 1800s, as soon as their new communications center is ready to open, and it looks to be almost ready. That's according to Bakersfield City Councilman Andre Gonzalez, whose second ward includes Old Town Kern. He says, we can't have this.
Their plan is to demolish this structure, and I think that that is absolutely appalling and cannot happen, and we must do whatever we can to preserve this building. This is a historic building in nature for not only Old Town Kern, but for the city of Bakersfield.
The section of Bakersfield we've come to know and love, warts and all, probably wouldn't be here if not for the Southern Pacific Railroad's decision more than a century ago to bypass Bakersfield and lay its tracks a couple of miles east in what then became the town of Sumner. Now we call the area Old Town Kern, a place with some challenges, but also some of the city's best-loved restaurants. At the center of it, what is now the Union Pacific Station, built in 1889. The Spanish Revival-style depot, as we know it today, has undergone a couple of significant renovations since then, the first of them in 1913. Local historian Stephen Montgomery says other cities have worked out arrangements with railroads.
Other communities have found great alternative uses for obsolete depots that are significant works of architecture by, at the time, recognized masters.
Sacramento, Pasadena, and Eugene, Oregon, just to name a few. Gonzalez would like to see that happen here. But first, Bakersfield officials need to negotiate a deal with Union Pacific to turn away the wrecking ball. Is it worth the effort? City officials are interested in the public's input. So all this great activity on Baker Street, all the great restaurants that people know about, none of it would exist if it wasn't for the fact that the railroad decided to come here in 1913, and now it could be in jeopardy. Robert Price on Baker Street, back to you.
Well, 17 News reached out to Union Pacific's Lupe Valdez for comment, but as of news time, we have not yet received a response.
Now to a